Welcome to the SwitchClicksPodcast, episode 4, recorded on August 24th, 2020. My name is Tyler, and I am hosting today's episode because Dakota could not join us. Today, I am joined by Devon.
Hello.
And Nathan.
Hello.
You probably remember them from our previous episodes. Today's topic is going to be the DC Fandome. For those who don't know, the DC Fandome was a Comic-Con-esque fan get-together hosted by DC Online. It was similar, it's pretty much Comic-Con, but Comic-Con didn't happen, or when it didn't garner much attention, so they did their own. There's a bunch of new announcements, and that's what we'll talk about today. The first topic of today's podcast will be Wonder Woman 1984. Who didn't see the trailer, I guess I could give a brief explanation of what this movie is, or what we've seen. It's pretty much, this takes place plenty of years after Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman, which took place in World War I. So this is 1984, a lot of years future. And it seems Wonder Woman is now here with, and is gonna get into some hijinks. I don't know. There was not much shown in this trailer other than Cheetah is going to be the villain. What were your guys' thoughts on it? Are you excited and stuff?
Well, it definitely looks like it's going to be a really, really good movie. But I still have to watch the first Wonder Woman movie if I actually want an opinion on it.
It'll be a movie, right? If it does well, it does well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Everybody's got their own opinion. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to have, definitely Cheetah's going to be the main villain fighting Wonder Woman. But it also seemed hinted at there's some guy in the background. So some other villain pulling the strings.
Oh, I see.
The guy, wasn't there a guy on TV? There's a guy on TV talking about how he can change the future or something.
No, he can give you anything you want.
Yeah, anything you want. Yeah, he seems, I'm pretty sure he is gonna be, or they might have already announced that he is a villain. I don't think he has anything supernatural going on. I think he's kind of if you saw the first Wonder Woman, the army general, he is where he doesn't really have anything special going on, but he is still a villain. I think this movie's gonna do well. I don't see how it wouldn't, considering Wonder Woman is probably the DC EU movie that did the best. And critically,
there are expectations that are set for.
I think it did the best critically, not financially. I think the financially was something else. I don't know at this point.
Wonder Woman was in second place, I believe, and Aquaman was in first.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm not sure about Shazam because I haven't looked, but
yeah, personally, I think Shazam's my favorite, but Wonder Woman's still very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot to say about this movie, considering how little has shown up, and I don't think anyone here is a huge Wonder Woman fan that's well, in the comics, this is very similar to this story arc. What do you guys think of how Cheetah looks? Because she looks interesting. Not
better
bad
than that one Cats movie.
Oh, better than Cats. She does look better than Cats.
Well, it also looked like she's going to have this kind of villain creation arc.
Flashback or something.
Going through how she goes human to sort of superpowered to then becoming Cheetah.
Yeah, almost like Abomination in the Incredible Hulk movie, if you've seen that. Mm-hmm. Where the entire goal is she's I want to be stronger, and then she ends up, well, I think she gets her wish, but I'm not sure if when she, I'd assume when the movie comes out, she's gonna realize that, like, she's gonna turn into a cheetah and go like, oh, this isn't what I was thinking. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like
And she goes,
yeah, she's gonna be upset over that, or she's gonna be like, hey, let's go. I've always wanted to be a cheetah. Yeah, another thing people have been talking about a little bit that I've seen around the internet is there's a little bit, some people thinking it's kind of weird in the trailer that Wonder Woman is like swinging across the lightning with her whip,
yeah,
which I think is kind of cool.
It looks
I think
cool
it's
for her. It might be a nod towards her comic book self.
Yeah, there might be something in the comic books. It makes me think though, like that. It seems like a cool power, but like that's really situational. Unless she can also make thunderstorms happen, what's the goal of swinging on lightning?
Especially, I guess this is a slight spoiler for one of her powers, but I believe in the DCEU, she can just fly whenever she wants.
Oh yeah,
right?
That's weird.
Like,
I think not
swinging?
in the DCEU, but maybe she can fly. I'm not. Does she do that in a movie? I know she can do it in the comics, but I think
I'm pretty sure she can do it in at least the Justice League movie, or in the first Wonder Woman.
Batman v Superman, she sort of just like soared her way, like she kind of flew her way towards
It's true. And she can also jump really high, but if she can fly, doesn't that make lightning swinging like even more useless?
Well, if that is the case, would that mean at some point in this new movie she's going to lose her powers, or like some of her powers?
It could be,
or like a retcon. And I'm not sure if it would be a plot point, but maybe they'll be like, by the way, yeah, she can't fly. We never said like, I don't know, something like. But at the same time, it could also be like, like it could just be like a fun. It could just be fun, you know. Maybe like you could go there quickly, but like if you had the choice to fly somewhere or swing on lightning, I think you'd take swing on lightning because that sounds really fun.
For a cooler entrance, just be like off a lightning bolt.
Yeah, imagine swinging off a lightning bolt into a superhero landing. That's like the ultimate entrance.
Just watch what's gonna happen in the movie.
Yeah, I think that's it. Does anyone have any final thoughts before we move on to our next topic? Okay, so the second thing introduced, or shown at least, in this in the DC Fandome was the first game that we'll be talking about of two, called Gotham Knights, made by Warner Bros. Montreal. It is its own universe, separate from the Arkham universe, which is kind of fun, or not, depending how your thoughts on the games. I think before we do this, just because people are going to be relating this a lot to the Arkham games, have you guys played them, and what were your thoughts on those games?
I have not played any of the Arkham games, unfortunately, but I do plan to sometime soon.
Played them, but never. I haven't finished, but my brother has finished them and told me what they're all about. So
yeah. I've played through all three and absolutely adored them when going through. They're very fun games. But on the topic of, like, a lot of people are going to be comparing these games, which I think will suck because this game, I think, is trying to be its own thing because it doesn't want to just reuse the same Arkham formula. Like, I know some people are upset over the fact that this isn't Arkham, but if they showed that it's just Arkham again, I think other people would be angry. Like, well, you're just remaking the same game again. I don't think there's winning in this case.
It just set they have a really high bar.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be easy for this game to be successful because the Arkham games are already good enough. How can you get any better?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be really hard to beat this. Though, in the gameplay shown, actually, no, before I get to gameplay, I'll just say briefly, for people that haven't seen it, what happened in the trailer. you find out that both Batman and Commissioner Gordon have died. Once that happened, villains have started to run rampant. You play as Batgirl, Nightwing, Robin, and Red Hood, trying to save Gotham. That's all we've seen. So yeah, that's gonna be. There's a brief recap, but now let's just. They did a gameplay showing in which it was like a little bit of a Mr. Freeze boss fight, but they also talked about how Gotham is going to be like fully open world and split up into sections for each boss. And there's going to be RPG elements, so you can level up and the bosses will scale to your level. I know some people are upset over RPG elements, but what do you guys think?
I feel like RPG elements adds replayability to the game. But scaled boss fights doesn't make me too comfortable unless they're talking about difficulties, like really difficult bosses.
Well,
sorry. Okay. Yeah, Devon?
I was going to say...
no, you can go.
I think that's a good idea, because as much as people probably hate it, it's also like... Your character, if you just keep leveling up, and let's say you fight a boss at like level 5, and the final boss is like level 47... but you go back to fight the first boss, like at level 47 when it's still set to a level like the level 5, like when you would fight them originally. It's just like unfair. You're gonna one hit the boss. That would just make the game not fun. So all it does is like, sure, it could be tedious if the boss fight takes like 20 minutes to do and you have to do that over and over.
Yeah.
But like it keeps the difficulty up so it's like actually a challenge and you don't just walk through town like I am the god of this game.
I was hoping the entire game is actually scaled properly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think some people are comparing this to Marvel's Avengers, though I don't think that's a correct comparison because I don't think this is going to be a live service game. It is going to be multiplayer. They haven't said if it's like a purely multiplayer game or if it's like multiplayer and like multiplayer and but like story focused is different than multiplayer focused. It depends. I think they said it's trying to be more story focused, but I don't know. And
the way they presented it made it look like Assassin's Creed Unity, to be honest.
Oh, I haven't played any of the Assassin's Creed games, so... But, yeah. I mean, I haven't played the beta for Marvel's Avengers, but I think I'm going to probably get the game, and of what I've seen, it looks... There's definitely cons to it, but it looks like a fun enough game. I just hope that Batman had, kind of sees the problems with Avengers and is like, well, if we're making a game at least somewhat similar to this, we should fix it. And I think they already kind of have. They've talked about how you can switch between characters if you're playing single player, which is already ahead of Marvel's Avengers, which you can't do that, which I think is kind of boring. But yeah, I think this game is going to have a hard time getting its own identity without people comparing it to some other game, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, especially the Arkham trilogy.
Yeah. The third thing announced during the DC Fandome was Suicide Squad. Not to get confused with Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. This is Suicide Squad directed by James Gunn. Not gonna lie, this is probably the thing I am most excited for based on what they've shown. It looks really fun.
Yeah, me too. It has such a huge cast. Like,
it's huge.
It's freaking huge, and you have all these different actors coming in.
I'm a little worried that like some of like your favorite characters will be like won't get as much screen time because
of
the size of the cast. Also, I would give a brief explanation for the trailer shown, but it was barely a trailer. Most of it was James Gunn saying, this movie's good. It's almost like DC paid him extra to say that this movie's better than the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Just to
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I mean, he did say this is the biggest movie I've ever made, and then people are like, yeah, this movie looks sick, and stuff like that.
It is. I mean, you could say it is kind of bigger than any of the
Oh,
Guardians
yeah.
movies.
I could see that. Like, I don't think he's lying when he says that. I am excited to see what he does, considering, like, how great the
Huge
Guardians of the
cast,
Galaxy
like,
movies were. I think I just gotta put this out here. Let's just ask a basic question. Who is your favorite character that was announced? Just based on looks or something. Like, who are you most
Kidding me.
excited to see in this movie? For me, it's Polka Dot Man. I want to see Polka Dot Man in this movie. Yeah. Played by the Russian guy from Ant-Man. So.
Not gonna lie. Probably the only CGI one there, King Shark.
King Shark? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably in the same boat as that. The big muscled out CGI people like Killer Croc in the last one.
King Shark is really funny to me because like I like a year or two ago I didn't know who King Shark was. And now he's in everything. Like he's in the Flash TV show, he's in this Suicide Squad movie, he's in the Suicide Squad game, and he's in the Harley Quinn show as one of the main characters.
Gosh.
King Shark is everywhere. King Shark has taken over no, he's not taken over DC. DC is owned.
He's working.
Like most things in the DC universe, DC is owned by Batman.
Still, he's working on it.
Yeah. He's trying to make his way up. He's probably... Yeah, this movie, like, I am very excited for it. They said it's like a war movie almost, with, like, goofy antics of the Suicide Squad. I gotta say, even based on the first trailer, the roll call and this, well, trailer, I'm making quotation marks with my fingers right now, is much more exciting than the Suicide Squad trailer from years ago, like the original one.
Yeah.
But like it's already getting me more excited. I'm ready for this Halloween. Are you guys ready for this Halloween to be filled up with even more Harley Quinn costumes?
Yes. Yes.
Great.
Considering they probably got like most of their money from that movie based on like the Halloween Harley Quinn craze. Everyone was walking around with those Daddy's Little Monster shirts.
Yeah.
It was, and I mean, at least this Harley Quinn outfit looks really cool and is a lot better looking. So it's more exciting to see. It'll be more exciting to see that over booty shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I have like a soft spot in my heart for like the red and black checkered Harley Quinn spandex, and I am really excited to see that like remade for this movie.
That's like the classic Harley Quinn, though, right?
Yeah.
We love the classics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch Joker makes another cameo in this movie.
Jared Leto returns. I don't think Jared Leto's returning.
Yeah, nobody likes.
Something else I find very fun is this movie has very comic book inspired designs, which is really fun, considering that the other superhero movie, the popular one at least, that James Gunn has directed, had like the opposite. The Guardians of the Galaxy were like I believe very like new redone designs of their characters.
Oh yeah, they were
cool. It's kind of cool to see like the opposite of that in his new movie, where he goes very, very comic booky with their looks, which probably adds to the goofiness of the Suicide Squad. Like you're not going to take them seriously because there's a guy running around in polka dot spandex.
They're probably gonna make like a couple of indirect fourth wall breaks about their terrible.
Maybe something like that. Yeah, you know, like X-Men 1, where Cyclops is like, would you prefer yellow spandex?
Oh, spandex, yeah.
Which then First Class proved that, yes, I would prefer yellow spandex over black leather. Back to Suicide Squad. Is based on everything shown, I think everyone is in agreement that this movie looks like it's going to be at
very
least
big.
fun. It might not be
it's gonna
good,
so
but it's
fun.
going to be fun. Yeah.
Surprising. I only found this like out recently, but I think Taiko. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Taika Waititi?
Taika Waititi. He's also in the movie apparently.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they didn't disclose his role yet,
Role? Okay.
but he is in the movie for sure, and so is Sean Gunn. Gunn's
Oh,
brother.
yeah, as Weasel. Yeah. I was going to bring up Weasel. I think by the first time I saw him, I thought he looked too much like a school mascot. But then looking at him in the actual trailer and looking at the roll call again, I think it looks better than I originally thought. I am a little excited to see Sean Gunn go around as a weasel, I guess. I don't think that was a sentence I'd ever expect to say in my life.
What do you think of Peacemaker?
Oh, that...
John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena Peacemaker. That's, I don't know. I haven't seen too many movies with John Cena in them.
Neither have I, but...
And the Peacemaker suit looks absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, it's really weird. I like the helmet a little bit. It seems like a fun novelty thing to have, but I don't know. I don't think I'm surprised how well John Cena pulls off that outfit.
It really does match him.
Honestly, that goes for everyone. I don't think I've seen one person that I think looks bad in their outfits. Then again, a few of them are forgettable. There is Girl with Gun. Girl, I don't remember her name. Girl with Gun. There's Javelin. That's him, Javelin. And what was his name? He had a edgy name. He had 2 guns, and it was Shadow something? I don't remember. There's a few forgettable ones in there, but who knows? Maybe they'll die off. Speaking of dying off,
I'm expecting
new question for you guys. Every Suicide Squad media, one character gets killed right off the bat, to show that Amanda Waller will kill someone. It always happens. In the movie, Slipknot died. No one remembers him because he wasn't really shown off, but he died.
Yeah.
Of these characters, who do you think the one to get their head blown off will be?
Well, I would say if it's the case of she's just showing that she's not afraid to do it, that means everybody on the team survived, which means that there's another character that was there and then was like, oh, you're dead now.
Oh, maybe. Someone that wasn't showcased?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they'll, I know, it's funny, in the first Suicide Squad, everyone got, an intro other than, Slipknot. And then Slipknot just kind of shows up oh, yeah, guys, I'm here. And then you're like, I wonder who's gonna die. But yeah, if you had to choose one character shown in the roll call to die, who would you pick?
That's a tough one.
I think, personally, I'd pick Javelin. I think Javelin's gonna die.
I'm probably gonna have to agree with you on that.
Javelin, yeah.
Some are just so, you can easily expect him to be disposed of.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Pole vault? He's gonna pole vault over his enemies.
You never know.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he will. Maybe he'll pole vault. Maybe it'll be the coolest pole vault you've ever seen. He will just jump over them, maybe do a couple flips and stab them with his javelin. Who knows? Maybe he will be in fact the best character. I don't know.
Superman.
Imagine if they decided to not kill one character, but kill off a large number of characters in the way that Deadpool 2 did with the X-Force.
Yeah, everyone dies. I don't think they're gonna pull a time travel plot though and go back to bring them back to life though. So I think we're When they die, they're probably gonna stay dead.
I was gonna say they're gonna kill off everybody who wasn't in the original Suicide Squad.
You're gonna have Captain Boomerang, Rick Flag, and Harley Quinn. I think those are the only ones that are returning. Everyone else dies. That would be funny.
Just like it's called
Yeah.
Suicide Squad for a reason.
Yeah, well, I think that is probably it for Suicide Squad. So,
Yeah, that was quite a lot.
yeah. On to the next topic. Okay, next topic. Next topic is a big one. The Snyder Cut. Ooh. The big one. The one everyone was maybe looking forward to. That or the Batman. I think those are the ones people were really looking forward to for this thing. And I personally didn't see the panel. I did see the trailer. And it looks interesting. I guess I can give a brief explanation, I guess, for people that didn't see the trailer. I honestly I don't think I can give an explanation. I don't think they've really shown a lot other than Darkseid's here. Like, yeah. I think other than that, it's just a bunch of shots over the song Hallelujah. Yeah, I don't know what to think. I really don't know.
Well, a lot of people, I think as soon as this came out, they started comparing it to the animated movie Justice League Doom.
Is that the new one? The new one where everyone died?
Yes, it's the new...
Spoilers, sorry. Oops.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I guess spoilers. I haven't watched the movie. I have watched clips from it, so I kind of understand the story. But overall synopsis, everybody died. Like, everybody died. There were, the only people left were, Superman, Damian Wayne, Raven, and whatever the magic dude's name is. The one that's like the British guy that doesn't care about anything.
Oh, Constantine?
Yeah, Constantine. Those were the 4 surviving people of the entire DC universe.
Actually, thinking about Justice League Doom, I wouldn't be surprised, because I don't think the Snyder Cut's not going to get any future... This is like a one-and-done thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if, a bunch of people end up dying in this movie.
Well, that's why everybody's comparing it to the Doomsday, because it's like...
Yeah.
Darkseid's here. They already showed, I guess, I actually haven't watched the Justice League movie yet, but, didn't they all almost die in that movie?
You're talking about, the live-action one? The one that the Joss Whedon...
That's the Joss Whedon cut, and it's probably going to be really different.
Okay.
Yeah. At least there isn't going to be any, what's his name? What's the villain's name in Justice League? It's
Doom.
Wolf?
No, what is it? I'm so confused. I don't remember. That, which I guess brings to the Steppenwolf. That's what it is. Steppenwolf. Yeah. Which it's gonna be exciting not to see him. I guess just a basic question. I guess. What were your guys' thoughts on how Darkseid looks? Do you think he looks okay?
Does look intimidating enough.
He looks intimidating. I think he looks a little bit if you see in any the CW shows, a little bit like that level of CG. Because obviously this hasn't got as much budget than the Justice League movie, so it looks a little bit better. Just the CG on him, I don't know. He doesn't look nearly as good as Thanos.
Let's be honest.
Which makes sense.
It makes sense
because they didn't give as much money. But yeah, I don't know. I just got a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth for how he looks.
I'm looking at the photo from the trailer right now.
Yeah.
They, I would say they definitely got his face and head. It's on point. It looks basically what I would expect like comparing it to the animated Darkseids. But they also, at least in this photo, I'm not sure if this is like a mid-fight and his armor's gone or something like that.
Yeah.
But like his armor's kind of like not there, and that makes up a lot of his look.
Yeah. Also,
Right?
doesn't he have like a big like hole in what seems to be like his rib cage has like a circle in it for like the Omega symbol, I'd assume. But that seems like you're literally giving like direct passageway to your heart. Like you might as well paint a bullseye in there, and like you might as well paint a target. Like you're like, it's right here. Come get me. He's gonna get General Grievous.
I don't think it's not a hole in his chest. It's more of, if you think Iron Man-esque.
Yeah, it's like a dent in his rib cage.
No, it's more like a crystal or something on his suit of armor. It's not a hole in his chest.
Oh, okay. I must have just seen it wrong then.
At least in like the comics and animated things, it's just a crystal on his armor that like represents like I don't know, like apocalypse or whatever, right? It's not a hole to his chest though, because if you look at other animations of him, it's just on his armor because he has like normal clothes or something, and it's not there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just assumed it was like a rib cage dent.
No.
Or maybe it is. I think I have the picture right here, and it looks a little bit like it's just a dent in his rib cage.
Unless they redesigned him, because from everything I can see, it is not. It's just on his armor.
Here, I'll post it in chat to see if you guys agree with me, or maybe my eyes are just completely messed up.
I guess point being, he doesn't exactly have a hole in his chest. Oh, here?
I think in this was the thing shown in the trailer.
Oh.
It looks like he just has a hole in his rib cage.
Oh,
directly to his heart.
Yeah, no.
It's literally a target.
No. Okay,
that doesn't look right.
that just made it a lot worse, because that means
like someone hit his chest with a hammer.
Because he definitely has had that symbol, but it's always just been like a brandish on his armor, not his actual body.
Yeah, maybe in this scene though, like they've knocked off armor or something and have shown how he looks.
That's what I'm hoping. Just like
he's just got a hole in his rib cage. Help me! This hurts. Yeah, unfortunately, not a lot for the Snyder Cut was shown. Like, other than Darkseid being shown, a lot of it was just clips out of context clips, which doesn't let you. It opens a lot up to imagination, but doesn't really give you the idea for where the story's going, which is good for a trailer, but isn't as good for a podcast.
Well, okay, like
kind of want to get
fair. They're probably just all these like deleted scenes or added scenes, and I think that's what fans wanted. Like fans wanted to see Snyder's vision, so
yeah,
having all these different scenes shows that it's going to be a different movie. Not going to be.
It's definitely not the same movie, but
it's not Joss Whedon's.
Yeah. I think we should probably move on to Black Adam before we make this podcast go on for like an hour and a half. This next topic is going to be very short. It is simply a trailer shown for the new Black Adam movie. It's barely a trailer, looks like a video game cutscene. So I think there's not much to talk about, but who knows? What were your guys' thoughts on seeing The Rock as Black Adam?
I would. I honestly don't have much to say. It was kind of He just sort of fits it in a unique way. I'll just put it out there.
I didn't think he'd fit into Black Adam as well as he did, but at the same time, I don't know. This seems just like Black Adam is the secret sequel, or secret sequel to Scorpion King. After Scorpion King, he's like, you know what? I'm enough. I'm done with this. Time to turn into Shazam.
You're not wrong there.
Yeah, unfortunately, not a lot was talked. Like, it's really just giving the backstory to Black Adam, which this might be.
Pretty much just an extended announcement trailer.
Yeah, pretty much. What were your thoughts on it, Devon?
Actually, just looked at it now.
Okay.
I do agree. This definitely looks like some video game trailer.
Yeah.
especially from something like the Injustice games. It looks like the final cutscene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when you beat like Brainiac in like the training room in Injustice 2, you get like a mini cutscene
Of like
for
what happens
after they beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks a lot like that. I didn't really think of that. Yeah.
But I'm wondering, is this gonna be like a Shazam versus the Black Adam type movie, or
If I were to guess, I'd assume it would be like a Black Adam origin story, and then like Shazam 2, I don't know, would star Black Adam or something. Where
because like
he's like, ooh.
I know Black
Like
Adam is supposed to be Shazam's enemy, but
yeah.
now I'm not sure if everybody who listens to us has watched Shazam. I watched it and enjoyed it as like it's a fun like weird little messing about type movie, right?
Yeah.
Um, where I thought the bad guy in that one was Black Adam.
Oh. Yeah. I don't even remember his name, but
Because
yeah.
like it's supposed to be like, oh yeah, he found whatever for powers and then he steals
Yeah.
them and is basically just Shazam but bad guy.
I
Also
mean, yeah,
not
like
through magic words, instead it's
yeah,
like
I think he would be Black Adam if it was like the ancient Egyptian times instead of somewhat modern day.
yeah,
I
it
feel
was
like he is very close.
because if they decide to do a like Shazam 2 or like Black Adam is the bad guy,
Yeah.
would that then mean like I don't know, there's a second
Yeah.
Black Adam or something like that?
Well, Black Adam, I think in the comic books is like really, really, really old, but he stays in his Shazam form because he's immortal while doing that. But if he ever goes out, he like turns to dust pretty much because he's thousands of years old.
Yes.
So, so I think, yeah, Black Adam might show up, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird because if you got a Black Adam movie and then a Shazam movie and then both, like a Black Adam versus Shazam movie, who are you gonna be cheering for? Because you've seen both movies. Well, I'm assuming both of them are technically the protagonist.
It's probably going to be another like Captain America Civil War situation where they just have two big
Maybe.
heroes go against each other.
Yeah, it depends if it's gonna be like Batman v Superman or Civil War. Like,
Or this could be more of a piss off contest though.
fair enough. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot to say, so I think time to move on to the second last topic.
I
Yeah,
honestly
this
don't
game looks
know.
like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
But in a different way for sure.
Yeah.
it looks a lot like the animation style right now is sort of like a ton of the newer games. Like, so that's good with all the more realistic
Yeah.
animations.
Yeah. It is. it's quite exciting to see, like, considering Rocksteady made this game. It's also like Gotham Knights is going to be a little bit stuck in the world of
Be overshadowed.
be overshadowed by Arkham, even though it is in the Arkham universe apparently, which is weird because in Arkham continuity, I think a few members of the Suicide Squad, I think Captain Boomerang and King Shark, might be dead.
I think it's the other way around though. Isn't Gotham Knights in the Arkham?
No. Gotham Knights is its own thing.
Is it? Did they say
Squad
that?
is Suicide Squad's in the Arkhamverse though. Some people have been thinking that this actually might be a prequel to one of the games, which might make a little more sense because I'm pretty sure Harley Quinn says something about how she's excited to kill Batman, which doesn't make much sense because, spoiler alert, at the end of Arkham Knight, Batman technically dies. So it'd be a little weird if it's like, if Harley Quinn's just like, oh, Batman? Yeah, he's out and about. He's good. And yeah, so I'm assuming, if I were to guess, this feels like it might be a prequel. At least a prequel to Arkham Knight. It might be after Arkham City or something. Depends if Joker's alive. The world might as well be split up into AJ and BJ. Before Joker died, after Joker died. Because that's pretty much the timeline for the Arkham games. The Batman. Be excited. It's going to be real. Yeah. The Batman is, once again, arguably the biggest, and I think it's the biggest. I think the Batman is probably the biggest announcement because people have been excited to see where this movie's going. There's a little bit to say about it. Yeah. I believe they've announced that 3 villains at least are going to be in this movie. Selina Kyle, before she becomes Catwoman. Riddler is apparently in this movie. And Carmine Falcone, the crime boss. So, this movie takes place in Batman's second year of being Batman. Though I don't think it's going to cover the comic book at all, Batman Year 2, because it's very different. But yeah, it seems like it's going to be its own thing, and hopefully a lot of fun. What are your guys' thoughts on this? What they've shown?
There's people who have commented about Pattinson's appearance as opposed to any other actor, and I'm going to have to agree with them on that because I don't know, that first teaser that they showed before they showed the trailer made him look kind of like Daredevil, to be honest.
Oh yeah, a little bit. His suit looks a little goofy, a little bit. I like most of it, except other than the fact that his helmet is a little bit looks a little bit like a bicycle helmet, just kind of pops out in a weird way. But I think that's kind of counteracted. He might look a little goofy, but I don't think he will act very goofy, considering like one of the things shown in the trailer is him absolutely just destroying this poor guy. Didn't deserve it. He was already on the ground. He punched him, broke his arm, knocked him to the ground, and then he just kept going. Like,
and said, "I'm vengeance."
Like the other people are just onlooking as this one guy, just poor guy. He's stop. He's already dead.
I was gonna say, like, this, all the new Batman things seem to be getting darker and darker.
Yeah, I guess.
So this
fair enough.
Seems to be even darker.
Yeah. Actually, I think it might be a little bit lighter than Batfleck, Ben Affleck Batman, just in the sense that at least it doesn't seem like he's going to be using guns. Batman's still going to stick to his no killing rule.
Until he doesn't.
Until he doesn't. I mean, it is funny in the comic book Batman Year 2. A big plot point of it is Batman is like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to use a gun. So for like half the comic, Batman's running around with a gun. He doesn't end up shooting anyone. He's just like, I'm gonna do it, and then he's like, but I can't. As Batman does. He does his Batman stuff. Doesn't use guns. Yeah. I think it's very an exciting prospect to see Batman again in the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
Does have to compete against the Dark Knight trilogy, though.
Oh yeah, gonna be
high
it's
expectations.
Gonna be a little difficult.
Expectations are set.
Keep, as Dakota says, keep your expectations. What is it? Expectations low, hopes high.
Hopes
there
high,
you go. There you go. I was about to do the wrong thing. I was about to give the complete wrong advice. Expectations high, hopes low. No.
Don't want to
deface Dakota like that. Don't want to ruin his reputation.
Trust in his wisdom, and we'll be all good.
Unfortunately, you have people using those words interchangeably. So
yeah.
Don't be doing that.
Yeah, that's not good. Expectations and hope are a very different thing. Yeah, there was a lot shown in this trailer, but also not a lot. Considering the movie has only been like 25% filmed, there's a lot of stuff in this trailer, but not a whole lot of, like, you don't exactly know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I think most of the information we're going to get is going to have to wait until new stuff is dropped. So,
fair.
There isn't a ton of stuff to talk about that hasn't already been said. I hope, this DC Fandome was amazing. It was really fun. A lot of cool stuff was shown. I know I had a lot of fun. Did you guys have fun watching all these things?
I unfortunately actually missed the official live stream of it, just because I had other plans. And by the time I realized, have fun with
the trailers, then.
Oh yes, I did.
And
I also relied only on the trailers.
Oh well, you had fun watching the trailers. You think most of the things coming out of this are gonna be good and fun?
Oh yeah, it was pretty hype.
I hope so.
Wow. So everyone, we had fun talking about this. The DC Fandome was an absolutely great experience. To restate the beginning of this episode, this is the SwitchClicksPodcast, recorded on August 24th, 2020. I hope you all have a great day, and see you until then.
Thank you for tuning in to the SwitchClicksPodcast. Make sure to follow us on Twitter to keep up to date. Subscribe to the show on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or you can email us questions at theswitchclickspodcast@gmail.com. Be sure to tune in next time for the next episode of the SwitchClicks Podcast.